Well met everyone, Nexius here bringing you guys 100 Nightmare Shenk+Eldritch runs. Basically the Bloody Foothills, I don't know what this run is technically called. I just call it the Frigid Magic Find run, or Shank, I think most players go by. So as you can see here, these runs are actually very quick. You simply go to the top, you kill Eldritch and the guys around him, and then you go down and kill Shank and the guys around him as well. So as you can see here, it's very fast, and you'll see some of the results here in 100 runs. On run 13, we found that Magic Find circlet. While it may not be an upgrade, at the very least it does sell for a lot of gold. Now 2 runs later on Shank 15, we find a 6 Magic Find small charm. And 3 runs later on run number 19, we find some rare gloves here, which are kind of okay between the resistances and of course the magic find on them. A couple runs later on 23, we find a unique which is kind of decent, known as the Pus Spitter. Now it will probably never be used, but it's kind of decent if you're an Amazon, or in this case a Necromancer, God forbid you have to use a bow, but it's kind of okay if you don't have any good upgrades. For example, if you rushed as quick as possible to Nightmare Act 5. Now, as you guys saw there, on run 33, I found a regular Mage Plate, and on run 39, the Head Striker there. Now, the Mage Plate is kind of decent because there is a Heraldric Cube recipe where you can randomly socket an item, so it's kind of a decent armor to try that with, so I decided to keep it and note it here. Now, of course, on run 47, we find a Flesh Render, and on run 49, we find this one polearm, which I have no idea how to pronounce it, so let's go ahead and try it. The Husodal Evo. I hope that's right. So here we find an Isle Strike on 54, which is pretty good for druids. And then we find, of course, Sazabi's Helmet. Pretty decent helmet overall, which is on run 57. So every couple of runs or so, I would say between 5 runs or so, we find something kind of decent. Not exactly GG in a sense, but something that could potentially be an upgrade. Now a little bit later, on run 60, oh man, you guys are going to love this here. Some godly boots. Triple resistances, and all of them are 30 plus, and it has Magic Find. These are some amazing boots. I mean, it reminds me of Imp Shanks. They're no Imp Shanks, but they are absolutely ridiculously strong considering how lucky. And then, of course, a couple runs later on 62, we find a Craint Vomir. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. 67, we find a Pompey's Wrath. And on 69, we find a Death Bit. So we are finding a lot of melee weapons. So if you're a barbarian or a zealer or something like this, maybe you want to do some shank runs. It seems to be pretty good for pole arms and physical damage dealing weapons. It can be pretty good for that. Now, what I'm going to show you guys here is an example of a run that can net you quite a bit of gold. So overall, Shank, what I would recommend in terms of common drops here, from what I noticed in the 100 runs, is that 1, he drops a lot of rare boots, belts, and gloves. Additionally, he drops a lot of charms, and of course, overall, he drops a lot of items that have a high amount of gold on it. So as you can see here, I have a wand, actually 2 wands there. I think I had something else there. I had the Necro Shield, the gloves, so you can sell all of this for gold quite easily, and this is almost every run. So Shank is worth doing in my opinion if you're not looking for GG gear in a sense. If you're looking for some quick gold, if you're looking for a safe spot for some basic upgrades, he is really good for that. Overall, pretty decent for charms as well. I think I'm going to Magic Find him on a regular basis on Hell Mode as well. He's probably going to be good for Hell Mode if he's anything like Nightmare as well. As you can see, overall, very quick, easy 30 seconds, very quick gold generation, and overall the charms and the rares. So I'll leave it at that. Very quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Shank, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.